For 60 years, Arthur Wallace lived in the same old house in Boston. He had grown old within its walls, raising a family, fixing the roof when it leaked, painting the porch when it faded. Yet one thing always gnawed at him: the strange, bricked-up archway in his cellar. No one knew when it had been sealed or why. Arthur would glance at it sometimes, standing in the cool, dim basement, wondering what secrets lay behind it. But life went on, and curiosity was buried beneath routine. Until one summer afternoon, at the age of 80, Arthur finally decided to find out. Armed with a sledgehammer, his hands trembling from age but steady with determination, he swung at the wall. The blows rang through the cellar, sending echoes through the empty house. But something was different about this wall. It wasn't just ordinary brick. It had been reinforced, almost as if someone desperately wanted to keep whatever was inside hidden. After hours of exhausting effort, Arthur realized he couldn't do it alone. He called his son David, who arrived with heavy demolition tools. Father and son worked together, sweat pouring down their brows, each strike carrying both excitement and dread. Finally, the wall gave way. A cold rush of stale air pushed through the gap, carrying the scent of dust and something far older. They pulled away the debris until an opening yawned before them, a hidden chamber sealed away for decades. Arthur shone his flashlight inside. The beam revealed wooden crates stacked along the walls, yellowed papers, and strange diagrams pinned up as if someone had left in a hurry, never to return. But then, his light caught something else, something in the far corner that made his heart pound in his chest. Arthur's hands shook uncontrollably as he reached for the phone. Without hesitation, he dialed the FBI. His voice cracked as he reported what he had found. The call to the FBI set everything in motion. Within hours, 2 black SUVs stopped outside Arthur Wallace's quiet Boston home. Agents in dark suits descended into the cellar, their flashlights cutting through dust and shadow. Inside the hidden chamber, the first crate was pried open. Dust bloomed in the air, old paper, older secrets. The agents pulled out stacks of documents, blueprints with government seals, coded diagrams, and maps that looked decades old. Another crate held faded photographs, men in uniforms standing beside strange machinery. Then came a smaller box, carefully wrapped, vials sealed tight, their labels rubbed blank by time. Arthur's breath quickened. He steadied himself on David's shoulder, watching the agents trade uneasy looks. Finally, one agent turned to Arthur. "Mr. Wallace, you were never supposed to find this." The cellar felt colder. David asked the question, echoing in both their minds. What is all of this? The agent didn't answer. He ordered the chamber sealed and warned them not to speak to anyone outside official channels. But before they carried it away, Arthur saw one last thing: a steel case stamped with the letters O Lex. No one explained what it meant. Not to Arthur, not to David. Questions multiplied like the dust motes in the beam of his flashlight. Had the house been built over a forgotten government project? A secret Cold War experiment? Or something far more dangerous, never meant to see the light of day? Weeks passed, then months. No answers. The agents left, the trucks disappeared, and the chamber was rebuilt, tighter, stronger, sealed again. Arthur stood before the new wall in silence. He could still feel the cold air that had rushed from the darkness, could still hear the echo of the agent's words. You were never supposed to find this. But here's the part no one can explain. 2 nights later, in the dead quiet of 2 a.m., David swore he heard something moving behind the newly bricked wall. A slow, deliberate scrape, as if something on the other side had just wakened up. What do you think O Lex really was? And what, if anything, is still behind that wall? This is part 2 to O Lex. Leave a like and a comment with your theory.